Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, subscribe button and give this video a like up. 90-Day Fiancé. Did Brandan return to the US amid issues with Mary? 90-Day Fiancé. The other ways Brandan DiNuccio and Mary Damasio are on the verge of a split. Will Brandan leave pregnant Mary behind and go home? 90-Day Fiancé. The Other Way star Brandan DiNuccio has come quite close to splitting with Mary Damasio and going back to America. Brandan, 23, and Mary, also 23, are both newcomers to the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. Brandan met Mary on a dating app while recovering from a split. Mary, too, wanted to get over an ex-boyfriend who had cheated on her several times. The couple dated each other long distance for 2 years until Brandan had enough money to afford a ticket to see Mary. At the same time, Brandan also sent Mary over $60,000 so she could build them a home in the Philippines. Mary and Brandan were mocked when the cameras showed them using video calls day and night to keep tabs on each other. As if that wasn't toxic enough, Mary didn't like Brandan talking to any woman apart from her. Mary's toxicity waned over time as Brandan settled in her country. But while they were getting to know each other after meeting in person for the first time, the couple decided to start a family together. But Brandan is making it look like he regrets ever moving countries to be with Mary. His relationship with Mary lacks love. She has been disappointed with Brandan's actions and questioned whether Brandan should return to the US. Brandan is not thrilled about Mary having their baby. Mary had received a warning from her grandparents not to get intimate with Brandan before they married. Mary and Brandan could not keep their hands off each other as they met for the first time in person after 2 years of dating. Mary claimed she had baby fever and decided she wanted to get pregnant willingly. The fact that they had vowed to be celibate out of respect for Lolo and Lola didn't matter to Mary once her grandfather went to Manila for some work. Mary's first pregnancy test came back positive. She was already having bouts of morning sickness. A new baby was on the way for Brandan and Mary just 3 months after Brandan moved there. Brandan said he was initially confident about starting his fatherhood journey and started trying to get pregnant with Mary. But he started second-guessing the decision after it was too late, and Mary was pregnant with his child. Now that it's actually happening, I'm thinking to myself, where did my confidence come from? Brandan told the cameras. He admitted he started to have doubts. Brandan was worried that they wouldn't be able to handle everything on their plate. Did Brandan propose to Mary against his will? It had been 2 weeks since they discovered Mary was pregnant when Brandan asked her to marry him. Even though the baby was planned, Brandan had immense anxiety about what kind of father he would be for the kid and how he would take care of it. Brandan began waking up and eating breakfast, only to go back to bed. He would attempt to clear his head by playing games on his phone. Meanwhile, pregnant Mary had to do all the chores. She revealed he used to do the dishes, etc. before, but since Mary revealed the baby news, Brandan began changing, but not for the better. Brandan was dreading their financial situation because their being unmarried affected his chances of getting a job in the Philippines. Besides, Brandan also didn't speak the native language. Brandan wasn't prepared at all when he proposed to Mary. He admitted it wasn't the best time for him to propose and awkwardly offered her an engagement ring. There was no speech as he didn't rehearse one. Mary couldn't focus on what was happening because she had the debt of their new store and Brandan's aloofness on her mind. We need to be mature enough mentally, emotionally, and everything, Mary told him before saying yes. Brandan and Mary are on the verge of splitting. Mary said yes to Brandan just because she didn't want him to be upset and hurt. But things took a turn for the worse after the engagement. A few weeks later, Mary fell sick daily due to her pregnancy. Brandan's attitude towards her was also not helping. Brandan was fighting with Mary all the time. He kept playing games, sleeping, and shouting at her. Mary's grandmother feared it would negatively affect the baby. Instead of resolving the argument at hand, Brandan began walking out of the house and heading to sleep in the middle of the town square. Brandan's and Mary's fight became the talk of the town. Thanks for watching.